This is the #1 method in how to use Jungle Scout to find products to sell on Amazon that make me over $10,000 a month at least. By the end of this video, you'll know the fastest and efficient way to use Jungle Scout to find those profitable products for you. I'll be showing you the actual proof of products that you can sell that are making over $10,000 every single month. So now there are a lot of people out there claiming that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month when you first start out on Amazon. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not entirely true. You would have to be 1 in a million to actually get products that are going to sell and make you hundreds of thousands in your first month. Now, I'm here to tell you the absolute truth. I'm here to actually tell you how I went through that experience and what I actually found out, and how you can go about finding these products in the exact same way that I used. Within your first month of selling on Amazon, you're usually just there to set out and set up your PPC, get your product going and get it selling and get it ranked onto first page of Amazon for specific keywords. Now, within the second month of when I started selling, I actually made $10,000 within that second month. Now, there'll be some of you that might make $5,000 in a month. There'll be some that might make $50,000. And I really hope that you do make that money, because that's why we're all here and that's why you're probably watching this video. But I just wanted to make sure that I am absolutely realistic with you, and I'm telling you this from my experience. Don't believe all the hype out there that tells you you're going to make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in your first month. If you're new to this, you're new to business probably, it will definitely take you some time to actually start getting used to this product research method and start to sell on Amazon. But don't worry, you pick this up really quickly, and I'm going to make this super simple for you. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Vic, and on this channel we talk about all things Amazon, all things entrepreneurial, to make sure you live the life that you want. And as a quick bonus to you, I've written up an ebook that you can grab for free. I've put a link in the description. It is the 5 rules that you need to find a profitable product to sell on Amazon using Jungle Scout. So make sure you grab that. It's going to be super useful for you to use when you're going through finding an absolute a product that you want to sell on Amazon. Oh, and don't forget to smack that subscribe button. So let's jump into the laptop now and let's get going on these simple rules to find that product on Amazon. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you have the correct product research tools. Now, there's 2 tools that you're going to need for this, and I've got some discounts for you as well. So check out the link in the description for the discounts for these products. Now, if you've already got these products, just move ahead to the next part where I show you the filters that you need to use. If you haven't got this product, make sure you check this out. So there's 2 products that you're going to need. One is the Jungle Scout web app. It helps you find profitable products before you actually get into Amazon. So you would put a predefined criteria as to the price, the sales that you're looking for, the monthly revenue that you're looking for, the reviews, etc., and in what categories. And this software will show you the exact products against your criteria that you've already put in. The other tool that you're going to need is the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. Now, once you've done a search on a specific product, you want to know how many sales people are getting on that specific page for that specific product, so you can do a little bit more analysis. Now, it's not as complicated as it probably sounds. It's really simple and easy, but this tool gives you everything that you need to do that analysis, and I've been using it right from the start. That helps me launch has helped me launch 10 products. So let me show you the web app quickly. The web app, I would advise to buy the startup version. It's £25 a month if you pay annually. If you're paying monthly, it's $39 a month, and annually it's $25 a month. The good thing about this is there is a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee. So as soon as you find your product, there is no need for this tool. However, it does have the keyword research tool that we want, and it's likely that you're going to use at the start. But once you've launched your product, it's likely that you're not going to need Jungle Scout web app again. So the next product that you would need is the Chrome extension. Now, I've managed to get a special $20 off the full price. So if you want that, make sure you check that link in the description and go grab your copy there. Get the light version. It's $77. It's a one-time payment and you'd have it for the rest of your life. It's the only one that you need. You don't really need the pro version, so get the light version. Okay, so let's jump into Jungle Scout and do a little bit of research, and let's get the product that we are looking for. So this is the Jungle Scout web app, and within the Jungle Scout web app you have the product database, and you also have the keyword research tool, which we will be using later in this video. So within the product database, we want to make sure that we've selected the USA. Now don't worry, doesn't matter what country you're actually from, you're able to sell in the US regardless of what country you're from. So if you're from the US, obviously it's really easy to sell in the US. If you're from the UK, I've done it myself and I'm doing it currently at the moment, because I sell my products in the US. And if you're in any other country where Amazon allows you to sell, you're able to do that and sign up and start selling in the US. It's really, really simple. But within this video, we're going to stick to product research because that's a whole different topic and a whole different video. So the first thing I want to do is go through the categories and make sure that we select categories that allow us to find products that are really simple and easy to sell and won't make it complicated for us. We don't want to sell products that are glass. We don't want to sell products that are electrical because Amazon have a lot of restrictions with the electrical stuff, with batteries. When it comes to glass, you want to make sure that that stuff is packaged right, and there's a whole nother topic around that. So we want to try and keep away from those types of products. Now, you want to also make sure that you're not infringing upon any brands, and you're not infringing upon any trademarks. So here are the categories that you want to select. Now you can pick and choose as you go. You can mix and match as much as you want. If you're not finding the product that you want, then just add some more categories. If you are finding too many products, reduce the categories and stick to the categories that you're more comfortable with. So the ones that I tend to go for are art, craft, and sewing, if it allows me to. And then we can go for baby, beauty, personal care, cell phones, grocery, health and household, home and kitchen. Health and household tends to bring up a lot of pills, so I'm going to deselect that one actually. Industrial and scientific, kitchen and dining, office products, patio, lawn and garden, pet supplies. I usually select that if I'm finding it difficult to find more products, so you can come back and select that pet supplies if you want to. Sports and outdoors tends to bring up a lot of clothing, but make sure you check that out as well because there are quite a few gems within that category. So you might want to search that category on its own. Tools and home improvement, toys and games I try to keep away from. There's not much that you can go at, but obviously it's just like sports and outdoor. Check it out on your own and check it out as its own separate category when you're doing a search. So that's the categories that I would select. Now when it comes to product tier, this is about the sizing. So you want to make sure that you're buying products and you're looking for products that are of standard size. If it's oversized, it's likely that you are going to be charged a lot more for shipping the product over and to store the product within Amazon's warehouse. So let's go for standard products here. And for the seller bit here, you keep that open to whatever. It doesn't make any difference at all. So the next section is the filters. Now this is the most important bit. Now there's one thing I want to tell you. You can play around and mess around with the figures that I'm about to actually give you. And I encourage you to do that so you start to get comfortable with this method of actually finding products. But here's my standard protocol on what I tend to go for. So I go for a minimum price of $20. Now in some other videos you may have seen $15, $10. I like to stay with $20 so I can add some value to the product and hopefully get the price to selling at $30. Now you can start from $30 if you wish, but let's start with $20 and see where we get to. I don't put a maximum price in because I really want to see as much as I can get. And then we come straight down to the revenue. Now the revenue is the amount of sales that they're actually bringing in. So the minimum amount of revenue that I want to see is $10,000. So I want to see products that are only selling, is that 10,000? No, that's 10,000. I only want to see products that are doing really well and that are selling $10,000 in products. So let's go over to reviews. The maximum amount of reviews I want to see is 100. Anything above 100 is not something that I want to look at. It will start to become a little bit more difficult to compete with, but it's also a filter for us to really understand that these are products that are relatively new into the market have been getting reviews and are doing well in terms of the sales. They're making $10,000 a month. Now, with the $10,000 a month, now this might be a little bit advanced for some, but some of you may understand it straight away. If you're selling a product that's giving you a 30% margin, you're taking home $3,000 every single month. So I want to make sure that you fully understand what's going on here and that you are not taking home $10,000 a month, you're taking home $3,000 a month. However, if your product grows and you're making $50,000, $100,000 a month, that could easily turn into $30,000 a month that you take home that goes into your bank account. The other thing that I want to mention is if you start selling multiple products, you get confident and you get good at selling on Amazon. If you're selling 10 products just like this, again, it's $30,000 a month in your pocket and you're generating a revenue over $100,000 every single month. That is absolutely possible. I'm on my way to achieving that. So let's continue with the filters that we're going to be putting in. So the minimum rating and maximum rating I tend to leave. However, if you wanted to find products that are high quality products and don't have any defects, then I would highly recommend that you put in 4 or you put in 4.5, but let's leave that blank for the time being. Now, when it comes to the weight is really important when it comes to shipping. Now, I want to keep the weight as low as possible and I want to make sure I find a product that's as small as possible as well. So within the weight section, you can put a maximum weight of 3 to 5 pounds because we're going to be adding value to this product. We're going to be adding something to this product to give it value so we can sell it for more than $30, as we mentioned before. Minimum sellers and the listing quality score is not something that I tend to look at. I know that my listings are of superbly high quality. The listing quality is not something that I look at. But I tend to stick to this basic setup and this basic filter. So let's hit search and see what actually comes up. We might need to do a little bit more filtering. So if we hit search over here, so as we can see already, there is a wedding plastic plates and we want to look into that because they are selling for $27.90. The weight is 2 pounds, which is well under what we were looking for. They've only got 69 reviews at 4 stars, so they're doing really well. And the other thing I want to look at is how much revenue they're making. They're making almost $22,000 every single month. So now you can start getting an understanding and a realism of what you can actually achieve. Someone's released this product with 150 pieces. It's probably broken down into knives and forks, as you can see here, and we'll look into that in a little bit. But what you can see is the product weight is really low. The price is very, very good and is close to what we want to sell it for. They've only got 69 reviews, which tells us that they're a new person in the market. They're a new person selling on Amazon. They are probably either a beginner or they've just launched a new product into their line. But they're doing really well. They are selling 788 units every single month and they are making just under $22,000 a month. Now that, if we were looking at a 30% margin, is $6,000 in your bank account every single month. Now, how would that help you? I know it's definitely changed my life, so I want to make sure that I'm showing you this properly so you know and you can see what is actually out there available for you. Whether you actually take action and do this or not is entirely down to you, but I want to make sure I give you the right information and knowledge here. So let's go down and I want to talk you through my thought process and what I do when I look at these products. So first of all, I'd make sure that I open this up into a new tab so I can go back and have a look at that product. And the other thing to mention here is you need to make sure that you grab at least 10 to 20 products that you want to look at and further analyze at this stage. I'm not going to go through 10, 20 products at this stage, but I just want to give you an idea so you know exactly what you're looking for. So let's scroll down. So this is some sort of Advent wreath, I don't know. That's something that you can look into. It's $50. I don't actually know what it is. And when you're looking at Jungle Scout, beware of these eyes, because this eye here, this information here is, if you look at this, it's an estimate. That's not necessarily an actual figure, and I like to keep away from that because it can throw off the numbers and it can throw you off and it could be an incorrect number. So stay away from the information I that you see here and you see here. As you can see on the listing that we've opened, it doesn't have any of that. So let's scroll down and see what else we can find. Now I'm looking for products that are generally small, that generally don't break, not electrical, and are pretty easy to buy and sell. So we keep scrolling down and we've got glass mugs or cups. Digital handheld barcode scanner, nope. We've got quite a few of that. This looks electrical. Okay, so this looks like something I want to look at. It's a pack of 5 ball collapsible funnel. I'm assuming it's some level of an advanced funnel that you used to pour things into jars. But as we can see here, let's have a quick review. It's $24.95, which is a good selling price. The weight is extremely low, so shipping and storage should be pretty cheap on this one. It's 0.3 pounds. There are only 3 reviews here. As you can see, it looks like they're making $15,718 every single month. Now remember, this has got the eye next to it as well, so I'd want to look at this further. But I like this product because it's cheap. It's selling for a high price. It's got low reviews and it's got low weight, and it looks like they're making a decent amount of money if this is accurate information. So I'd want to make sure that I open that up and leave that in a new tab so I can check that later on. Don't want to miss out on any opportunities. So let's keep scrolling down and see what we can find. There's a lot of this glass mug. That's some sort of silica gel. So anything that you put onto your hands or your body, or that goes onto pets or inside your body, I tend to keep away from. That's just literally one wrong product away from a legal and a lawsuit. So I would definitely try and stay away from that. So this Teflon tape, I don't know what's going on here, but it looks quite large. They're selling it for $95. I don't know how accurate this actually is. Again, there's an eye next to it. There's no reviews, so I would stay away from that because it doesn't look like it is something that's quite trustworthy. Okay, so let's look at this moving blanket. Looks pretty large, but I think once you fold it up, it's pretty small. It's selling for over $30, which meets the criteria. 4 pounds in weight, only 5 reviews, and it looks like they're making $20,000 roughly a month. So let's open that out as well. And again, don't forget this has got an eye next to it, but there's a lot of products here that don't have the eyes next to it, as you can see over here. So you want to try and go for those, but you don't want to miss out on any opportunity, so you make sure you check this out as well. Clear rubber band for indoor antenna orange. Don't know what that is. It's got 1 review, $30. Apparently they're making for $53,000. So I'd love to check that out and see what's going on there. This looks like ink cartridges. This looks like gel foam roller pens. So this is something I would want to look at as well. $25 selling price. It's under a pound in weight, 86 reviews, which means they're a new seller, and they're making $12,000 every single month for a new seller. So that's great. I want to make sure that we open that out as well. So that's opened up. And let's try and find one more. This is glass replacement, ink cartridges, folders. I mean, how simple is that? Folders. So this would be really easy to get. There's like a ton of suppliers on Alibaba that I'll show you in another video, or check out one of my other videos. I think I've got one on there that shows you how to get in contact with suppliers. But this would be really easy to get. It's $22.99, 3.53 pounds, 23 reviews. They're making just under $11,000 a month. So there's tons of opportunity here. Make sure you open that out. There's tons of opportunity here. Make sure you dig really deep and do the work, put the work in to find these products. That I haven't done any of this research today at all, and I've not seen these products before. So I've literally gone into Jungle Scout and I've put in these filters, as you can see over here. They're very, very broad filters, but it meets the criteria that I'm looking for. And don't forget the categories as well. And there's so many more categories that you can look into. So make sure you do that and find these products. So once you've found a bunch of products, 10, 20 products, make sure you leave this page open and then check out the analysis that we're going to do, and do the analysis on the products that we've opened, and we'll move forward from there. So let's go on to the next step. Right, so the next thing that you want to do is let's open up the first product that we've got over here. Now, what we want to do is we want to check, have a quick look at this product, understand what the product actually is. And what you can see here is that these are wedding plastic plates and cutlery. It's a set. Disposable heavyweight dinnerware, 10.5 inch, 7.5 inch, plus silverware with a double fork. So you get 2 forks and a spoon and a knife. So it's a 150 piece set. So just make sure you understand what the product is. Once you've done that, what you ideally want to do is find the broader search term that somebody would put into Amazon search to find this specific product. So the first way that we go about doing this is grabbing the ASIN. Now the ASIN is this code over here that starts with the B. So you would just copy that, or you can scroll down and you can grab that information from the product information section over here, and you can see that the ASIN number is here. So what you do is you take that code and you put that into Jungle Scout in the keyword bit over here on the left. Make sure you select that and select Keyword Scout. So this is what this is massively useful for. So you paste that over here, you hit the search, and what this will do is it will tell you all of the search terms that this product is actually ranking for and doing well on. And you ideally want to find the search term that is broad and that is high in search volume. So what you can see is just based on these search terms over here, this product is making those sales and doing extremely really well. So under wedding utensils, there are approximately 55 to 145 searches every single month, and that is giving them a good amount of revenue and search for them to for customers to come and buy this specific product. So a customer would essentially type this in, find this product and buy. But don't forget, they're ranking for a lot of search terms, which is all of these. Now we want to find the broadest. Now this doesn't seem very broad, so let's look back at this product and find what the broadest search term is. So if we look at we could look at plastic plates, or we could look at disposable dinnerware. Let's look at plastic plates. So let's go back and type in plastic plates. Now imagine this is going to be extremely high search volume and extremely competitive. So what we're doing here is we're determining the demand. Is there a demand for this product? And if there is a good demand for this product, this is something that we want to continue looking at and see if this is the product that we want to go for. If there's no search volume on this product, then it's highly likely we don't want to look at this product and go no further. So this is the first step within this process here that you need to do. So what we would do is we would scroll down, and as you can see, plastic plates gets 20,000 searches a month, which is really, really high. And you can see all the related terms, and that's what Keyword Scout does. It gives you all of the related terms that you would need to add to your product to make sure that you're ranking, that you're getting found under these specific search terms, if I can get my words out correctly. Now what I tend to do is I use something between the 5,000 to 15,000 search results a month mark under the exact match search volume, and use that as a search term. So let's take, for example, disposable plates, and all we would need to do is click on disposable plates and it will take us to the search term for this. Now as you can see in the top left corner, you can see that there are over 30,000 results. This to me shows the competition. So the first thing we just looked at over here with the Keyword Scout is how much demand is there for this specific search term on Amazon. So the one we clicked on was disposable plates. There are 16,000 to 50,000 searches a month for disposable plates. Now when we click on this, we find that there are more than 30,000 results. Now in my book, that's a very high competition result. So there are 30,000 people selling a similar product. No, it won't be the exact same thing, and they won't all be great either, but there are more than 30,000 people that you have to compete with to try and win, to get high on this specific search term here, disposable plates, and get to the first top 10 at least to be selling on this page. Now these guys will be making a lot of money, and but this is extremely competitive. I like to see this result around the 10,000 mark or less. So I would ideally like to see 5 to 10,000 or so. If it's less than that, then that's fantastic. Now, obviously on the flip side, it is worth mentioning that you can actually rank for something that's got high competition. But you need to be, I would advise as a starter that you stick between the 5 to 10,000 mark. If you can get that, then you're great. So let's look at the next keyword below that. Let's look at clear plastic plates, for example. And as you can see, there are now 7,000 results. So this is something that we can compete in, and we can get to ideally first page and towards the top of first page to get those sales under search term clear plastic plates. Now, I'd love to understand whether this is actually making sense to you or not. Make sure you comment in the section below. Now let's go into the next step and do the analysis on this using the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. Now I have the Pro version, so it might have a little bit of a few extra bits. However, you don't need the Pro version, get the simple light version. So all you do is you click on the Jungle Scout in the top right hand corner. What you can see here is you can see the product name, you can see the brand, the price that somebody is selling this for, category, the ranking, monthly sales that they're making, the daily sales that they're making, the revenue, the reviews, rating, and then some other bits that are not really relevant to us at the moment. So what we want to do here is we want to make sure there is an even spread of sales. So if you think about it, if we manage to get our product under this search term here, clear plastic plates, if we manage to get our clear plastic plates that we want to sell onto the first page of the Amazon search results, we want to make sure that we're getting a share of the sales that are being made here on the first page. So we want to make sure that there is an even spread of sales within the first page. Now, it won't always be even, it won't always be quite linear, but I'll show you now. So what I tend to do first of all is order this by monthly sales. So I put the highest monthly sales at the top. Now, what I like to do is just see if there's a relatively even spread of sales. So it should look quite gradual in terms of the decrease or increase in sales. So let's start from the top. And as you can see, we've got the ones that are selling in the region of 3,000, which is Amazon, which is quite obvious that that would happen. Now, don't let the fact that Amazon sell a product under this search term deter you, because there are tons of people out there who are actually doing better than Amazon and beating them in several different areas. Amazon have put their product up, and it's something that we could actually use as information to find out what type of product we want to actually sell. So here's the analysis on this on the data that we've got here. So they're selling over 3,000 a month here, then it drops down to 978, then 7, then 500, 500, 300, 300, 300, and then it kind of gets quite evenly spread towards the bottom until you reach kind of the low 50 here. This here is an advert, so I try not to take that into account. But if you can see here, they're selling still 100, 100, 250, close to 300 once you kind of get towards this area over here. So what I do like to see is that a lot of the sellers at the top are making a generous revenue. As you can see here, they are, and I do like the look of this. And what I also like to see is that we've got some low reviews towards the top end of this. So this person here is only got 91 reviews, and they're making 20,000 in revenue. This person's only got 56 reviews, and they're making 26,000 in revenue. This person over here has 84 reviews, making 6,000, 71 reviews, 5,000, etc, etc. I mean, this person's only got 35 reviews, and they're making 7,407 every single month. So this is a product that I would want to look at and look at into more detail. So if we looked at, gone back to the product that is doing really well, this one over here, as you can see here, this is not a clear plastic plate, but what we could do is we could go back to Jungle Scout and use one of these words as a form of analysis. Now make sure you pick anything between 5,000 to around the 15,000 mark. That's where the demand is definitely there, and the competition should be relatively low, so you'd be able to rank for these keywords, whichever one you decide to go for. And it doesn't matter which one you go for. What you will find is you'll start to get ideas on what you want to do with this product over here. So you may want to do something similar to this person, or you can do a quick scroll down and take Amazon's advice. So as you can see here, it says frequently bought together, and this is actually based off of Amazon's algorithm that they are helping shoppers to actually see what other people are buying with this product. And what people can do is add all of these products together in the cart. What that tells us as sellers is that this is what our customers are buying currently with this product. So you can see that there is a bigger set that they're buying with it for $128, and there's also some napkins that they're buying with it. Now, how simple would it be if we manage to source this product over here, the 150 piece set, or you can make it 175 piece if you want, or 200 piece, and add some napkins with it, some really good half decent quality napkins, and sell it for $35.29. Now, if people are buying this product, it's highly likely that they're going to buy the product once you start selling it. So this is just an idea of how you go about finding products, how you bundle these products, and how you make a different offering from this person here. Because if you're making the same offering as this person, there's just no point in doing that, because somebody else is going to come and compete. They're already ahead of the game with 69 reviews and already is ranking for some specific keywords and doing extremely well. So you want to try and do something different from the seller that is already selling this product. And I hope that makes sense, and that really is drilled into you that you need to be different. You can't just buy the exact same thing. You need to have a different offering for the customer, and it needs to provide value to your customer. So make sure you find value to your customer. Now, the next thing you want to do when you're doing your analysis is quickly scroll down this side over here where it says reviews. First of all, you want to make sure there's not more than one seller that is over 1,000 reviews. It will be really hard to compete with that person. If there's one, that's fine. If there's anything more than one, I would try to keep away from it. That product has to be phenomenal to me if I was to actually go for it, but I never have, and I doubt I ever will go for a product when there is a seller who's got over 1,000 reviews. My product would have to be massively different and massively benefit the customer in a humongous way in comparison to that other seller for me to actually sell that product. So we want to make sure that these are relatively low. So we want to make sure that a lot of these, or if not the majority of these, are around the 100 to 200 mark in reviews. And as you can see here, these are all in the 100 range. It's a 200, we've got a few under 100 here, then we've got a few more, quite a few actually. In fact, all of these are under 100. So this is a product that you definitely want to, well, I would definitely look at and move forward with. So I hope you're keeping track. The first thing that we did is obviously did the search within Jungle Scout, and we found all of our products under the Find Product database. And then what we did is we found some products that we want to analyze and look at, and we saw this product. And then we found the broadest keyword term. We took plastic plates here. You could actually take disposable dinnerware if you wanted to try and find out, and you can experiment a little bit on that. There's no hard and fast rule on that. Once you've done that, you take your word and you put it into the Keyword Scout, or you do the reverse ASIN search like I told you. You go back to the product and you take the ASIN from here and you put that back into Jungle Scout, and you see what words are being ranked for. If there is nothing above the sort of in the 5,000 to 10,000 search range, then make sure you put in the words here, so plastic plates. And then what we did is we looked at what's in the range of 5,000 to 10,000 along the exact search volume result, and we took that specific keyword, which I think was clear plastic plates. We took that and we wanted to check how many results, as you can see here on the left, are actually appearing. That's your competition. So we've just checked the demand, and now we're checking the competition. With the results of 7,000, that's something that we can actually compete with and get to first page and get to the top of first page. And that's where all the heavy sales are going to be. if you're the first or the second or the third person, or even within the top 10, you're going to make a serious amount of money, as you can see here. Now, the next thing that I would want you to check, now there's a number of things that you could check all day, every day, but it's within this video, there's just too much to try and get through. But the next logical step is to check Google Trends for this specific keyword, clear plastic cups. Now, you could go to Google Trends, or there's a little button in the bottom right corner. Oh, I clicked it too fast for you. A button here that says Google Trend Report. It will take you to Google Trends. It's a free tool. And what it does is it tells you the demand increase and decrease throughout the year within the past 12 months. And you can change that as well to 5 years if you wish, within whichever country you want. And we are looking at the United States. So we want to make sure we look at the United States. Here we go. Cool. So this is the demand. This is the amount of people searching for this product within the United States over the past 12 months. So the general rule of thumb here is you do not want any products that go below the 25 index. So this is indexed 0 to 100. If it goes below this 25 line over here, it's a product that you do not want to look at. If it hits 0 for a long period of time, forget it. Move on to the next product and just move on to the next product. I know people tend to fall in love with products. Don't be that person. This is a business. Run it like a business, because you're here to make some money. Then you can change your lifestyle and start doing the other things that you really love and want to do in life, and spend time with people who you actually love. And that's what I'm about as well. So this has massively transformed my life and has been amazing for me. I won't go into too much of that. So make sure you don't get any products that are less than 25. What I can see here is there are no like major spikes, which is really good. And it's consistent demand throughout the year. There are a few bits here where it goes slightly low, a few bits here where it tops out and goes really high. That's the summer period there. That's March there. And it could be a number of reasons. It could be a seasonal thing. But this helps us to check whether this product is a seasonal product or not. So as we can see, this is not a seasonal product and is bought throughout the year and does really, really well. Doesn't drop below the 25 mark, as we can see over here, and does really well. If you wanted more information, you can actually see what states are actually doing really, really well, where the demand is generally high. But that doesn't make any difference to us. So this passes the test of peak periods and seasonality. It's a really simple check. There's other advanced checks you can do, but this is really and truly, this is all you actually need. Once you've checked this, then I would move forward to really determining what product you actually want to sell. So if it is the tissues over here, if it's the tissue over here with the dinner set, then go for that and start getting in touch with suppliers and moving forward from there. Make sure that you're making at least $10 per unit. So every unit that you sell, you're making $10, and make sure that you've got a 30% margin. I cannot stress that enough. Now that's a whole nother topic to try and go through, the profit analysis, etc. And I will be coming out with a video like that. So make sure you watch out for a video in relation to that. Now there's some other rules you can put in place as well if you wish, but these are the absolute basics that you need to know to make sure that you find a profitable product. Now you could go through this list and say make sure that at least 5 sellers or 10 sellers are selling above 10,000 a month in revenue. You could go through this list and say that you make sure that the top 10 are selling more than 300 sales every single month. You can even click into this monthly sales here and find out what the demand is throughout the year for this specific person. As you can see, there's major spikes, but I find that this becomes extremely irrelevant, and the most relevant one is the Google Trends report that I've just shown you. So from here on, you do a few other checks and then get in touch with some suppliers and get the best price you can possibly get. I have a video out on that already, so make sure you check that out. If you're interested, get your free ebook on the 5 rules to find a profitable product to sell on Amazon. I've put a link in the description for you. Don't forget to use your Jungle Scout discounts that I've got in the description as well. I sincerely hope you like this video. That is a ton of information I've just given out to you, and I really hope that you take it in. If you've missed any bits, make sure you watch this video again. Write it down. Take the time to put the effort into this product research bit. It is the absolute most important part. If you get this wrong, everything else doesn't really matter and everything else would probably go wrong. So get this bit right. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and smack that subscribe button so you get more videos like this. I will see you in the next video.